Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know a couple weeks ago I mentioned how I got Invisalign, and I just want to do a little update video on how my teeth are doing. Right now I'm on tray number 3 and I have 6 attachments right now. I think it was like 4, maybe 7? I don't know. It's like 4 on the bottom and then 3 on top. So the first thing I want to talk about is my lisp. I know I complained about having a lisp when I just got them on, and the lisp has gotten a lot better. I don't really think I have a lisp, but I have to try really hard to enunciate my words so that it sounds clear. Because sometimes when I'm outside and I talk to a stranger, if I don't enunciate my words, they can't hear me clearly just because it like muffles your words, I guess. Yeah, that's what it does. It muffles my words. So I've been wearing my Invisalign for almost about 8 weeks now, and I don't think it's gonna get any easier to talk. I think it's just gonna stay about the same, and it's actually okay as long as I try really hard to enunciate my words. I also do have attachments on. To me, they don't bother me at all because even with the attachments on, I feel like most people can't see them. If you have like 8 attachments on the front part of your teeth, then I think it becomes a little more visible. But if you have them not completely in the center, especially for the top row of your teeth, then I think that you can get away with people not noticing you having attachments. I'll show you a close-up of what that particle looks like. It's kind of hard to tell because it's the color white, so it blends in with your teeth. But essentially that piece that they have stuck on your teeth, it snaps the Invisalign in place, kind of like how with braces. So you know how braces, they put that piece on top of your teeth to tie like the wires and rubber band around? Yeah, that's exactly the same thing with Invisalign, but the color is white, so you can't really see it. There's an attachment here, 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 and a bunch on the bottom row. I basically just removed my Invisalign, and I want to show you what the attachment looks like on my physical teeth. It is the color of my teeth, as you can see. And it's like a little bulb, I guess, kind of like the thing they put on your braces. I have one here, here, and depending on where the attachments are located, it determines how visible your attachments will look. So in my case, I have about 7 attachments, and for the bottom row, I think it's all in the front, but because my mouth covers it, you can't really tell when I talk or when I smile or laugh, really. And for the top row, I have about 3, I think, and they're on the sides. So again, because the top row, when I smile, my top teeth definitely does show, but because they're on the sides, I feel like they're not that visible. Depending how crooked your teeth are, it will dictate where the attachments need to be placed. So if you're conscious of how the attachments will look on your teeth, you can ask your dentist prior to getting your Invisalign, and you'll get an idea of where the placement will be. When you have your Invisalign on, you can't whiten your teeth. And I'll go into detail why you can't whiten your teeth when you have your Invisalign. The reason is because when you get your attachments, and they put the attachments on your physical teeth, so since they put this material on your teeth that stays on your teeth for the duration of your Invisalign treatment, that piece is going to block a certain portion of your teeth from getting bleached if you want to whiten your teeth, if that makes sense. You will kind of get canker sores in your mouth because the plastic part of the Invisalign kind of rubs against your gums and your tongue, so it's actually not that comfortable. And I was getting a bit of a canker sore inside my mouth, and you actually have to shave it down with a nail filer. And I didn't do that for my first tray, so I got a bunch of canker sores and I just like put up with it. But my friend told me is that you're supposed to shave it down yourself. So now before I pop a new tray in, I like shave down the sides, and you'll know where to shave it down because certain parts of your gum or tongue will start to hurt, and that's an indication that you need to shave it down because it's rubbing against your mouth. So you can also get your dentist to shave it down for you, which is what I did the second time I visited my dentist. But even after when they shaved it down for me, it still hurts, so I had to go back and shave it down at home with a nail filer. So I think you guys should just buy a nail filer specifically for your Invisalign, and I recommend getting a metal one because it's more durable. In my case, here's my tray number 4. Here's my tray number 4. This is my top row, and it's a little hard to see, huh, because it's clear. But basically, this top part hurts. So I have to shave it down here. If that makes sense. I have to shave it down here. For the bottom row, it's here. This front bottom part and the back part. That both hurts. So I shave it down like this. And as I was saying, you can get this done at the dentist, but I still suggest getting your own metal nail filer so you can do it yourself, because how much the dentist shaves down, it might not be enough. So you might have to go back in and shave it down even more. You have to be extremely hygienic when you have Invisalign. And I wasn't really expecting this, but yeah, basically every morning when I wake up, I feel there's like a bacteria buildup in my mouth, and you can tell because it's all white and it just feels really gross, your mouth. And so I have to use a mouthwash twice a day just so that my mouth feels clean. Aside from using a mouthwash, of course you have to brush your teeth, and you have to brush your Invisalign really clean, because since you're eating during the day and it collects a bunch of food and then it gets transferred onto your Invisalign. So obviously it's best to brush your Invisalign every single time before you put it back on. But that's a lot of work, and I know that you might not necessarily always have the chance to. So in the end, there will be a lot of like kind of gross food buildup on your Invisalign. Fortunately, you swap a new Invisalign every 3 weeks, but still during that process, like, just keep in mind that you have to be extremely clean. I can't shut my teeth completely, actually, and it's because my bottom row isn't straight yet. My friend told me that once your teeth straightens out, it actually becomes easier for your teeth to shut completely. But because I can't shut my teeth completely, I feel like sometimes I leave a little opening between my mouth, and it's been making my lips kind of dry. So to compensate for the dryness of my lips, I've been licking my lips, and it was making it worse. So I made a conscious effort to stop doing that, and so my dry lips isn't as bad as what it was in the beginning. But be wary of that you may need to carry around chapsticks for your dry lips. So far, those are the top main issues that I've had with my Invisalign. They're not really too bad, to be honest. I think the worst definitely was getting the canker sores from the Invisalign itself, but after you shave it down, like, it's not a problem anymore. But just be sure to shave it down. Like, don't endure getting the canker sore, because it will just get worse. Like, for my friend, she didn't do anything about it, and actually she said a chunk of her tongue like fell off because it was rubbing against it so roughly that it just fell off, and it was really painful for her. So just don't let that happen, and if it doesn't feel comfortable, either go to the dentist to get it shaved down or just do it yourself with a nail filer. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress of my Invisalign. I can't wait to see the end result, and I still think it's much better than braces. And I got braces as a kid, but I would never get braces as an adult, because you're an adult and you might be in a professional setting where you don't want to have braces on, and I feel like Invisalign is nice because it gives you the option to remove it when you want to, or even when you have it on, it's not that noticeable. So that's basically just my quick little update on Invisalign, and if you have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer it. I'm on tray number 3 and I have 17 more to go, so yeah, I can't wait to like finally get straight teeth.